Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be drawing Sabo from One Piece. Sabo is the Flame Emperor, and basically I wanna draw him today because there hasn't been controversy, but I think, in my opinion, because the last panel of 1121, the latest episode in the manga, I think there is gonna be a lot of controversy. Okay, I smell something funny coming. I smell a disagreement between two characters that we know for a very long time, and they are very close to Luffy. And today, basically, I wanna draw him, but focus in talking about analysis, a review of 1121, because it's been packed of information, and as you see, if you are not up to date with the manga, I'm gonna be talking spoilers, so I invite you to jump into the main channel and pick another video to watch another theory, because today I'm gonna be talking super spoiler of the latest information. Okay, so I wanna draw, first of all, I wanna draw Sabo in this moment. So current timeline Sabo with the revolutionary outfit when he is at Marijoa and the whole Cobra incident happens and everything, and the Gorusei appears. Okay, so he is like he's in this kind of pose like this, standing there in the middle of this hell, and he's kind of he says something in the line of I didn't know hell was at the top of the world, kind of referring to these silhouettes of the Gorusei are monsters that we know because we have been following it already, that they are kind of Onis, monsters from Japanese culture and everything. And on top of that, this image is the one that you have 4 of the Gorusei and one on top that's looking like long. We now see that long one is Jupiter, like a worm-looking monster, but there was a lot of controversy when this episode came to be, because we thought, people thought it was Imu directly. I don't think it's Imu. I think it's Jupiter that jumped on top of him, on top of the stairs in hybrid form, and is protecting Imu, that Imu is behind, because we see that Imu is like a demon, like a Satan kind of character. Okay, so I want to talk about this because this is the battle for Supremacy, the battle for the One Piece, and we finished the episode with this double page with the main players. Let's say, if you were in the Hunger Games story, these will be the tributes, the characters that are going to be fighting at the end of the story, or the characters that Oda wants us to pay special attention. Okay, so let's draw a little bit the silhouette first. This silhouette will change, okay, because this is the space that we have to work today, as I always mark. As you see, I need to go for a smaller kind of drawing. I'm painting in black today. I know Sabo is fire. He has the Mera Mera Nomi, as like Ace had before the time skip and everything. He achieved the Mera Mera Nomi in Dressrosa, okay, with Luffy's help and everything. I always use the main drawing of the main color of the character to draw, but I don't want to do the sketch in orange, yellow, or red like I would normally do, like I did Ace, because his main colors in clothing, in contrast to Ace, are blues. It's always black and blue. So that is basically, I don't want to paint him in blue, because the same thing that I'm explaining now, because the Mera Mera and everything, but I will be doing in black. It can be nice. A lot of tones are black in him, and this color will be very interesting. Let's focus a little bit here in doing the eyes are barely seen because you have this top hat, this noble hat, because remember that he's a noble from Goa Kingdom. Let's see. So one second, I do the face, kind of the face like this. Okay. This is this kind of, he kept the style of noble from the Goa Kingdom. He kept this kind of elegant type of clothing. Let's see. Something like this is good, yeah. So basically, this is the 27th anniversary for One Piece, the 27th anniversary episode. Super nice, super cool, an impressive color spread with a massive Nami. Nami is the queen. We haven't talked about her in the channel yet. There's a couple of straw hats that we haven't talked yet, but I will definitely talk about her. I have some thoughts and I have some ideas about her that I want to mention. So when the time is right, I will do a nice Nami drawing, like we've done the rest of the Mugiwara, the rest of the straw hats, and we will talk a little bit about her, okay, and how do I think she's gonna be going forward in the story, okay? So just a little kind of a small sum up, like in a nutshell. Sabo, who is Sabo? Sabo is Ace and Luffy's found brother. They have brotherhood because they drank the cups of the brotherhood, and they even called him, if he wanted to be, Sa-D-Bo, because he was inquiring about the D on their name and everything. That was very funny. That was very nice. That's telling you that the D is not by blood, by family. The D is by will, and if you want and you have the same will of the D and the same initiative, the same aim, or the same interest, you could put the D on your name. So that means kind of, it's not been revealed by Yoda, but at some point the D will be some sort of different people from different clans, different tribes, different families, different races, that they came together and they kind of made this D surname, moniker, that Cobra call it moniker, and because they have the same kind of views for life. So Ace and him have been always equal in power, okay, and basically through the Mera Mera we know that he is inherited will, and this is one of those things that at the very beginning of One Piece we have with Roger talking about the inherited will. That is one of the most important things in the story. So let's keep. This is gonna be the hand. He's in this scene. He's wearing his famous pipe from Mount Corbo. He always wore it as a weapon. Even when he lost the memory, he could have this thing. So basically, as I said, he's a noble, made pirate, because he wanted to be a pirate first at the beginning when he was a kid, then made Revolutionary Army, first commander of the Revolutionary Army, made Emperor, the Flame Emperor. There is no stop to the top for this character, so he is obviously in the end game. We see that in the final scene. He would have been king of Goa, we need to say that as well, because we see in the Reverie, because when he infiltrates in the Reverie, he actually has like an interaction with Steli, his brother, and Steli is supposed to be now the king of Goa. Okay, let's define a little bit the legs as well, so we know. Let's see, something like this. Let's double check if I'm in frame. Yeah, I'm in frame, good there. Looking nice. Looking nice. The dragon story with him and everything, and the appeal of Sabo in the story, I think all of this is made afterwards, when the story of One Piece was meant to last 5 years, and we all know this. I always mention this in the videos. Oda confirmed this many years ago, and then because it performed so well and everything, the story was elongated, and up to now that is 27 years already in the making. So the whole story with Dragon and everything is made up, and there's a lot of stretch there in these characters. The story is elongated, so I don't think Oda has had this character planned, nor Ace's death. So most probably all the role that he's playing now was meant to be done by Ace. That's why the swap of the fruit and everything, and all the flashback with the forgotten and the memory. The whole memory loss backs this up, and I was not much of a fan of this, because it's a little bit funny, a little bit tricky, a little bit kind of easy for him to return to the story and to explain, like the whole story with Big Mom and Onigashima and everything. Is a tool that you can use anytime to explain things when you don't know what to explain or how to explain it, and it's totally okay, but I never been fan of it. I never been fan of that part of the story, and why he will wake up exactly when he sees the news. I mean, he has seen news about Ace and everything before, and he didn't wake up, but anyway. It's looking very nice. So he's the number one. He's the number one evolutionary. So why Oda would put two of the same group, of the same view, in the same faction in the final panel? That for me is a bad sign, and there is a sign of disagreement. Why could we have a disagreement there? So in a nutshell, I think most of the time in many characters we see ourselves as readers represented in some characters, and in this aspect I think we will see ourselves through Sabo's eyes. Okay, so Dragon is an old school character from the old era that he decided to change things, but he's not acting. He's waiting too much, and that is the same feeling that we have. We have this feeling every time. Oh, Dragon is not doing anything. Dragon is showing, but he's not acting. He's not doing anything. We are waiting. And we have this feeling, and I think Oda will represent this through Sabo. Okay, Sabo is the new style, the young face. He's the one who acts. Okay, so he's the face now of the Revolutionary Army. We see him, everyone is cheering for him, we have posters of him everywhere. He declared war, no Dragon, he declared war by destroying some of the key points in Marijuana and everything, and it is very important. So I think within the Revolutionary Army, there are two different lines. One is the revolution for Sabo, and another one that is gonna be Dragon option. I think maybe focus in his backstory with Robin and Akainu. I think Robin is the daughter. I'm gonna put a video here related to Dragon, Robin, Akainu. I may put a couple of videos to this information there, one after another, or even in the show more section, so you can have different views from the different perspective of different characters. Dragon view in this story, Nico Robin view, and Akainu view. I think there is a brotherhood between Dragon and Akainu, and when they separated with the Marines, and I think they knew. So Akainu knew that Robin was the daughter, and that's why he has this kind of hate towards Dragon, his former Nakama, and I think that is going to be Dragon's path, and it will create an argument with Sabo. I think Sabo has become a bit of a diva, and he has a little bit of airs of grandeur, and I think as well it will go up to his head a little bit, and this, together with the Robin, together with the old school ways of Dragon, will create a disagreement. And I think Dragon needs to choose Robin at some point. He's asking always about Robin, and I think Sabo will be on the side of Robin is Luffy's Nakama. Let Luffy deal with this. You don't have to put your nose in this business, and they will argue even. I don't think they will fight, but maybe they clash fists a little bit and they go separate ways with factions of the of the Revolutionary Army. I don't think Dragon will do anything major towards Sabo in this disagreement, because I think Dragon probably is full of regret with the whole Nico Robin story and everything. And I explain everything nice and sweet in those videos, so please feel free to watch them, okay, and come back here and let's comment and let's do some nice theories, okay. We have this kind of marine coat that he's wearing, very funny design for him to introduce him in the Marijua saga, him looking like a marine with a marine coat. He's kind of telling me he's good, and whatever he's gonna be doing, even if it is radical and everything, he's a radical. He has some views and that it may surprise us, and I'm a little bit scared about Sabo and what is gonna be his final goal in the story, because at the moment he's a little bit floating, let's say, in the air. So the hand is here like this. Okay, something like this. This one is a little bit longer, so I wanna do to here, kind of up to here more or less, and this one as well. He's wearing this kind of boots, high heel boots, very nice. And all the trousers later is gonna be black, okay? Okay. This is Sabo in Marijua. As I said before, let's do the cape. This flying cape that Oda loves to draw in all the characters, and all the important characters, they need to have this kind of conqueror's cape. I love it too, I love it too. It's just like this. Feel free as well to mention in the comments what do you think about Sabo, what do you think he's gonna be doing, where is he gonna be going, and what is his final aim within the revolution, and if we may have like a clash between him and Dragon, or him and Luffy, or other main characters in the story, okay? Because Sabo is Sabo, and it has a lot to say, I think. He represents Ace, and he represents as well a radical view in the revolutionary forces, okay? So far, so good. We're looking nice here. It's very nice. So let's go back to the beginning of the episode, okay? So I introduced now in this sketch part of the video Sabo, who is Sabo, and why do I think there's gonna be a disagreement. I think now it's time to start with fine liner 0.2 as I always use, but let's talk about the episode, okay? So we have a cover spread, color spread, giant Nami, foreshadowing Elbaf. Oda said he thought of a way to not go to Elbaf, but he thinks he's not gonna be able to stop Luffy, and that's because the readers, us, we have had a lot of interest in wanting to be in Elbaf. So I think originally we weren't gonna be there, and that means that Oda is gonna be doing a nice story, and he's gonna be including a lot of nice story in Elbaf. But originally there was our original path that we were mentioning Elbaf a little bit, maybe stopping for a moment, but not doing anything major. But with these comments that Oda said a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, that says clearly that the original concept for this bit of the story wasn't actually Elbaf, okay? There's nothing wrong about it. I like it, but I'm curious to see what Oda is gonna tell us. We will never know the plan A that Oda had here, but let's see. These are these kind of goggles that he has there. These kind of glasses that you use. These goggles that you use when you go to swim, that he has. Okay, something like this. Just wanna be focusing a little bit here. Focusing a little bit here. To do the face. It's very small drawing. I'm drawing today very small because the character is straight up, as you can see in the drawing. Sabo has very round eyes. And this scar here that we will paint later in pink, that it makes him recognizable, the scar. Okay. Okay, I think this is good. This is gonna be black as well when we paint it. Okay. He's using like a shirt within a coat within this. Okay. Paint a little bit of extra hair here. Okay, a lot of lines. I love to do a lot of lines when drawing. Yeah. So another thing of the cover, Frankie is drawn next to a melon that looks, in my opinion, like a Akuma no Mi. There's no swirls. I don't think this means Frankie is gonna get fruit. I don't think this means Frankie is gonna find a fruit. I think this is as simple as green blood and Frankie, and why we are dragging Lilith to the next story with us. I'm gonna put the Lilith video in that Lilith video that is linked to a Frankie video as well, if you wanna kind of see the whole picture. I basically have this theory. The Lilith theory has been confirmed already, that she comes with us, that I've been saying for months. And that's step one of the theory, confirmed. Then she comes because we need an upgrade in Frankie, and this cover story, not everything needs to be a foreshadowing in One Piece, not everything, okay? But we need to understand that Frankie using the cola system in the belly, like and now taking Lilith, it has a lot of possibilities, a lot of tickets in this lottery for him to get a green blood update, okay? As well, in that video I explain about the light gloves, the Wapo metal, many things, but especially the green blood. I think Frankie, it will be very cool having this upgrade, that he is able to temporarily, not all the time, not 100% of the time, temporarily, when he puts one of this green blood in a cola recipient, in a cola bottle probably, in his stomach, he may be able to use a couple of powers that the Vegapunks created. Okay, not only Senor Pink or not only Dash Bones, specifically for Frankie, and specifically in Frankie ways, in a very funny way, in a very extravagant way. And I think that is the clue that Oda is giving in that massive color spreadsheet from the 27th anniversary. It can be very nice and very funny to see something like that, okay? So the fight continues. All the thoughts, all the panels are well thought. All the panels have a definition. All the pages have a definition. Oda is preparing the episode 1123. 123. Okay, Oda loves numerology, and Oda is gonna be doing something big. The the crucial moment of Egghead Saga will happen definitely in the episode 1, 1, 2, 3, because it's the line, okay? Originally in 1, 2, 3, we have Luffy fighting Mr. 3 in Little Garden with the giants. Brogy is locked with the how is it called? The power of Mr. 3, the power of Mr. 3, basically, that he creates the cake and everything, this kind of massive cake that has Zorro, Bibi, and Nami on it. It may be that this is the episode where Bibi reaches, it may be this is the episode that we leave Egghead, it may be this is the episode that Usopp does something as well epic like he always does, but definitely 1, 1, 2, 3 is something big coming for sure, okay? I start talking and I forget to draw all the time in every video I do this. Please feel free to mention in the comments what do you think about Sabo and what is he gonna be doing going forward in the story, okay? I love to interact with the comments when I have a couple of comments and jump straight away as soon as I see them to discuss ideas, even if those ideas are not exactly like my opinion. I don't have any problem about that. I want conversation about One Piece, and I love to engage in nice chat and learn things that I don't know. Maybe by your comment I'm learning something that I don't know and I didn't realize, and it reframes my theory about something specific. That's very interesting as well. Okay, so let's jump into the episode full on. Page 1, we see, this is my own analysis, okay? In page 1 we see Luffy is aware of the struggle of Bonnie against the enemy, Saturn, okay? He's aware of the weak, like he always helps the weak, but he's extremely aware of the struggle. This is the end game, okay? Then we go into page 2. Luffy clears the way, as usual he does, giving courage to the weak, to Bonnie, okay? We see this punch that he punches Saturn on the side, on the leg, so Bonnie is able to prepare for attack. Page 3, very important page, we see a comment about the weapons technology that sank the world, okay? We see people, we see Bibi, Shirahoshi next to each other. Bibi and Shirahoshi are next to each other. This is supporting my theory that Bibi is the ancient weapon Uranus, like Shirahoshi, and she's going to be controlling this massive flying beast. I'm going to put the Bibi theory here, okay? There is further theories, like the Pell theory, exactly, other things that I will put as well in the show more sections, and you can read and you can watch to understand the full scope of how Bibi is Uranus. And then, funnily enough, we have this long panel at the bottom showing us Skypiea. Oh, Skypiea, we have Viper and the other protectors of the Skypiea now, okay, the Kamakiri and the rest. We have as well, we see Isa with Conis. They are going to this shrine, and Isa has this similar power with this massive observation haki, like Luffy has, like we see with Momo and everything. Isa may be important for the story. I don't think she is the weapon. I don't think we are coming back to pick up Isa. But when I see this moment, I see all the factions of the Skypiea saga, my mind goes to Enel. Okay, my mind goes to Enel. I don't know yours, but mine goes to Enel. I have a very nice theory about Enel, that Enel is in the moon right now, and I think the moon is the mechanical ancient weapon Uranus, and Enel is gonna bring it down and it's gonna shoot lasers. I think what Imu used in Lucia is the moon, but as soon as Enel realizes that he is on top, inside a ancient weapon, mechanical ancient weapon, that's why Vegapunk calls it technological ancient weapons, that I call it in my videos mechanical ancient weapons. he will come back. He will come back with that 100% for sure. That is what the story is telling me. And you say, oh, how can it be Uranus is the moon and Uranus is Bibi? Well, because there are 3 mechanical ones and 3 living ones. We have Shirahoshi, Bibi, and Momo. That's my opinion. And then we have the moon, the Pluton that Iceberg will find, okay, and there is another one that is land. All of these theories is explained in my mechanical ancient weapons theory that I will put here. I have a specific playlist for that video, for that concept, for that theory that you may enjoy if you like the ancient weapons, and feel free as well to enter in conversation there, and let's see what we can discover through this theory, okay? Let's do the gloves. I don't want to paint the gloves in black because the gloves are going to be brown. But let's do this. Enjoying a lot the theory today. This episode, oh my god, is packed, is completely packed of information for me, and I'm definitely loving it. I'm definitely loving it. Egghead is one of my favorite sagas together with Water 7. Page 4 is flagging different races. We see the Buccaneers, we see Marco with Whitebeard, that most probably Whitebeard was as well a Buccaneer, had Buccaneer blood in him, more diluted, but had Buccaneer blood there. We see the Lonerians, we see the Three Eyes, all of them that struggled with the world government rule, with this dictatorship state of the world, and eradication of these races. So obviously they need to play a role and they need to be involved in the story and everything, okay? So it's they need a panel in this kind of, this full episode is showing you the top tier characters, is showing you the characters and the races and the key points that they are going to be at the end of the story. And obviously Buccaneers, Lunarian, Three Eyes, and other races will be, like Gyojins will be, like Shirahoshi we will be in the final, in the game, in the end game of the story, okay? Page 5. The struggle continues, we have the fight continuing. Saturn says that Bonnie is mimicking. This is kind of explaining that Bonnie is not going to be in Gear 5 forever. Is using a possible future, but it is so exhausting. And we don't want Unikas, okay? We want just this kind of combination with powers with Luffy now, yes, because it's very interesting with the whole concept of Saturn, but this Bonnie power is only temporarily, okay? And I don't think we are gonna see anyone else Nika-like. We are not gonna see a Nami Nika, a Zorro Nika. It can be nice, but this is connecting with the fruit. Bonnie has that ability, and we are able to see this through Bonnie. Bonnie is giving a temporary future to his present. Nami can't do this. Nami is not going to be looking like that. Chopper is not going to be looking like that. Usopp is not going to be looking like that. And I totally think that is not going to happen, okay? That is not going to happen. That was page 5, okay? And then let's do a little bit more of... We need to do the pipe, this super pipe that he has. Is this the same pipe from Gua Kingdom that he was using as a kid? It could be. It could be, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me because Oda loves to do these kind of things, that he kept the pipes. Dragon saved him with the pipe and everything. So as I said today, I'm doing him, but it's basically analysis of the episode, okay? Sorry if we are doing a video a little bit longer than usual, or a little bit longer than we expected, but I need to mention, I need to talk about this whole episode, and yeah. And I needed to explain Sabo a little bit, because it's my key point for this video. So, 2 double spreads we go after this. Is page 6 and 7 and page 8 and 9. The 2 double spreads. Ferocious attack from the gods, from the guys. Okay, we see Sentomaru as well in the Sunny. He's patched. He seems that to me that he's in the Sunny. I don't think he will be with the enemy ship because he looks free. In the previous episode, I say that Kizaru needs to take him and escape. I still think if Sentomaru is in the Sunny, it could be 100%. That Kizaru will end up as well in the Sunny, maybe. I don't think Kizaru will leave with the Marines. We see Iceberg on the side. He's there because he, as I said in my Iceberg video that I'm going to put up here as well, he's going to find the mechanical ancient weapon Pluton underneath Water 7. That's the crocodile. The crocodile is going to use that one. And please check the video, it's very interesting. It's as well in the playlist that I mentioned you before. We see Judge, we see Caesar Clown, we see Haredas. Why is this Haredas not that important character with these other guys that they are more important? Because I think these guys, this group, are people that they are not affected by the sinking of the world. Okay, people like Iceberg that will make the island float like a ship, and he will survive. The town will survive. Judge and Caesar Clown are together, and with their technology, with these massive snails that they have, they can sail as well. He is actually the only king from the Reverie and everything, from the world government, the only king that has no land. So his kingdom is formed by this puzzle of snails making this castle. Okay, and then Haredas, that is representing in this moment in this page the Sky People. The Sky People, they are not affected by the sinking of the world, but they will be affected in the end of the story because the Sky Islands need to fall in the Blue Sea. Okay, and I explained this in my Ancient Weapons theory when they cut the Adam tree. The Adam tree, I think, has strings, cloud strings. This is the original way up to go to the sky through the Adam tree. There is the Peak of High West, I think is called, and this is mentioned by Bellamy as well. I think this has strings connecting all the Sky Islands, and when we, Crocodile, and we as Straw Hats destroy the tree and make the tree fall on top of Marijua, that is Crocodile's ultimate goal, 100%. All the islands will be dragged, and then BB will come in with the Uranus flying monster, the sea monster, the flying monster, like the sea monsters in Shirahoshi, and rescue the people flying, less people that is in the flying islands. Okay, I explain all of this in my other videos. Please feel free to go and check them. I know I'm giving a lot of information. It may be a little bit overwhelming, but all of this is because I already talked in the videos, so you can feel free to, if you want to learn more about one specific point, to go to the show more section down below here, to the show more section, and pick the BB one, the PL one, the NL one, whichever you want, because each one of those that I'm gonna put this for this description explains one of these parts of the plan. Okay, basically. These groups of people, the ones that they are not affected by the sinking of the world. So the endgame players are here in this chapter, as I said, the full. And Iceberg is one of them, needs to be one of them, because the Pluton, okay? He's the one who can recognize when seeing Pluton, and he's the one who needs to find it, okay? Before Crocodile takes it. Page number 10, we have Saturn is out of commission. There is a massive Gatling, Gomu Gomu no Gatling looking with Bonnie Sponge as well. He seems unconscious. He seems to be falling in water. I don't think they are users. I have this video about the Gorusei related to Prince Goro's power. They are sentients from Imu. They are Onis created by Imu, and they are not Akuma no Mi users, okay? But it is very interesting that Vegapunk says here something, certain individuals, there are certain individuals today that can't be oppressed. This whole thing is referring to the truth, okay? The truth of Luffy, that is fighting them, the truth of the giants, that they're fighting them, the truth of the inherited will of the Buccaneers through Bonnie, that is fighting today against Saturn and again the rest of the Crusade, okay? And as I say, in page 11, we see the Sunny falling, and he says, this is the truth, so this is going to be the truth. he's asking if Roger set up this. Yes, so Roger did set up this. And basically, the why is because he was too early. We know this already. Vegapunk is not telling this message for us, the reader. Okay, I want you to understand this because I've seen a lot of people upset or, oh, Vegapunk is not telling anything because I already knew all of this. Keep in mind that this is a massive exercise of world building, and what Oda is telling the world through the message is what we already know. Okay, this is happening in the world, these bad guys in the world, these things in the world, the D in the world. People living in a random island, people living in Arabasta somewhere, living in the North Blue somewhere, living in the Grand Line somewhere, they don't know all of these things. So Vegapunk is doing this retransmission for them, for the normal people living in normal places to know the truth. That is why you may feel that Vegapunk is not saying anything. He's not saying anything to us, because we already know these things, but it is telling everything to the rest of the world, okay? And that's why his message is all about, or mostly about, things that we already know, because the things that we don't know and the things that we want to know as a key for the end of the story is Robin's job to describe and to explain to us as a reader, okay? That is very important. That is very important. So we all know that Roger made this, okay? He wanted this. And now is when things start to get interesting, okay, in the Egghead saga, and this is going to be a rush in a couple of episodes to finish Egghead soon, okay? We see something very interesting as well in this page, that is Zorro is grabbing his sword to attack. There is like a star is like when Zorro realizes, ooh, something is coming, to start fighting. And I believe Venus Juru is falling behind them. He already reformed himself after the explosion that Atlas created, the Atlas sacrifice, and is falling following them. Maybe Zorro may need to clash with him once more and throw him away, because Luffy has been throwing away Saturn and then Mars. Zorro is the other epic one. Even if he takes a lot of his stamina, probably he needs to throw the other one, Venus Juro, away. But I think it's the only one that is going to survive, that I explained in the previous video of the Gorosei, okay? Even if there's no comments about this specific theory here, and you watch some other video from mine linked here, and you want to comment it here because you came back, feel free as well. I love it, and I would love to entangle in conversation and see what we can discover with all of this. Okay, so these boots are like this, as I said, very nice boots. Okay, this is flat ground because they are very elegant ground where they are, and we need to do the arm like this. This is the shirt. Okay, remember we said the shirt is kind of dark here. And then this part is gonna be blue when we paint it, okay? The hand is in a very, very hateful position for me. So I'm gonna try to wing something interesting here, like this. This, for me, makes a hand. The rest of the fingers are behind, and that's it. No craziness about this. It works for me. It works for the drawing. And we don't need to put extra emphasis in this, okay? Okay, the super massive epic cape that Sabo has, like everyone, like I said before. And now this coat, this marine looking coat. Let me see. How are we looking with the design in general? Let's see if we are missing something. I think we are good. I think with the drawing we are kind of good. We are kind of good, and it's time to start probably adding a little bit of color and everything. Yeah. Page 12 of the episode, we have Roger with the message, go and find it, you know, I left it all there, blah blah blah, etc. The message that we start the One Piece. Rayleigh doesn't care. He's too old for this. We have the image that he's kind of sleeping there, drunk a little bit. Pirates, in the next panel, pirates, like this is a new pirate era revival. The message from Vegapunk is igniting the flame again. And they are like, Vegapunk, we like what you said, yeah, let's go. And we see Hachinosu, we see the Jongos, Hachinosu. Pizarro, I think Pizarro is in pain because the punch that Kobe destroyed him. Aye, Commodore, Blackbeard, come. Shanks is in the under one, the ship, the Red Force. Shanks is drunk. Why Shanks is drunk? We have seen him drinking and everything, and he's drunk when Mihawk goes to visit him, and when Ace goes to visit him as well, he's drunk, but I think he's drunk right now with all this information because he's listening. Because he doesn't want to do this. He sees himself in need of going for the One Piece, not because of Luffy, because of Blackbeard. I think he knows that Blackbeard is very close as well to the things that he wants to do, and he's too close. He is the one stopping the Marines to cut the leaves of the new generation, so I don't think he actually wants to do this for himself or for Roger. He's opening the path, let's say. That's why he needs to try to stop Kurohige Blackbeard, and that's why he needs to be eliminated by Blackbeard. He is going to be eliminated soon. I explain everything in my Shanks video here as well. I'm mentioning a lot of videos, so if at some point I'm mentioning up here, here, and I run out of videos to put up there, I will put it in the show more sections 100%, okay? But at least I will signal here mentioning that the video I'm mentioning right now about Shanks will die before meeting with Luffy. That's my video called. I will put it here and in the show more section, okay? So we see these images as well are pairing each other. They are next to each other. Blackbeard and Shanks, they are always pairing each other in all the cover stories, in all the drawings, in all the apparitions, in all the chapters and everything, okay? There is a comment that is said in this specific page, in between these two, there is no guarantee. Vegapunk says there is no guarantee it will be found, the One Piece will be found by someone that Joy Boy would want. That means Kurohige is the one who will find it. When everyone in the crew says that Luffy will become the king of the pirates, they don't say Luffy will be the next king of the pirates. Spoilers here about other mangas as well, Naruto manga as well. In Naruto manga, I know there is a separation. The ones who like One Piece, the ones who like Naruto. I love much more One Piece than Naruto, but I really like Naruto too, okay? I read both of them many times. And in Naruto, he wants to become the Hokage, the leader of the Konoha leader, but he doesn't do it straight away. He has a little bit more of a story, then Kakashi enters the story, blah blah blah, and etc, and then he becomes. So I think Oda has something similar in storage for Luffy, okay? I think Blackbeard needs to be the one who basically grabs it, and he's considered king of the pirates, but then Luffy needs to defeat him and become king of the pirates, okay? I think there is gonna be a transition, a very interesting transition there, but it will make sense that the One Piece and all these things are found first by someone who Joy Boy doesn't want, to create more crisis at the end of the story, okay? Very nice and interesting video for today, so I'm enjoying a lot, as I said before. Let's do this. It's gonna be white later. I think the boots I'm gonna make them as well black, and we move into color, okay? So page number 13, we see Cross Guild, okay? We have the next Jonko, that is Boggy. There everyone is believing in Boggy believing more in Boggy because this fabricated pirate era by his previous boss, previous captain Roger. So everyone is cheering more Boogie even. We see there Mihawk and Crocodile. Why they are not in the last page? Because they are not the leaders, they are not the head, they are not. They have tasks to do before the end. They are not gonna be in the end story. I always said Crocodile will be. I think Mihawk will be defeated, and this is my massive theory in the story. Defeated by Vista, and Vista is the final enemy that Zorro is gonna fight with Hosus fruit, with diamond, the strongest material in the world, diamond fruit. I will put this concept here as well so you can check, but if not in the show more sections. But Crocodile needs to be in the final. He wants to be the Pirate King as well. I think he may slip into next to Boggy to be there in the final of the story, but his aim is the ancient weapons. The mechanical ancient weapons are for him. The Pluton use is for him. He needs to open the way for us to go into Marijoa. I think the battle in Elbaf, the battle royale in Elbaf, the Royal Rumble, like we will say in WWE, in Elbaf, he needs to use Pluton there. He will be 50% or 80% of the reason why the Adam tree is gonna fall, creating this comfort in Bibi, because Bibi is gonna have to save the people that Crocodile is gonna make fall into the Blue Sea, as I explained before. And on top of that, the tree, we are gonna be fighting on top of the tree, and we will fall on top of Marijoa. Because of Crocodile. Maybe Crocodile can go thereafter, but he needs to shoot Pluton from the water, from the Blue Sea, okay? But he is basically the one who is gonna open this bridge, let's say, to access Marijoa and for us to be able to fight. There is a lot of, let's say, controversy with the new Amazon Lily newly displayed image, Amazon Lily ruler from the previous generation. Everyone is talking about is Crocodile, is Luffy's mom, is Crocodile, blah blah blah. I have a lot of thoughts about this. Some of them more serious than others. Some of them more just for the fun and the funny thing that it will be, but I will leave it for another day, okay, because this has nothing to do with this conversation. We see as well the Navy headquarters are there, that they are asking, let's go and find it before they find it. They are creating discord. Vegapunk is creating discord within the Marines and separations. It's creating separations, so some of them, because of the egghead situation, they will leave the Marines, they will become SWORD, they will become independent contractors, they will become bounty hunters. It is this a new era of piracy has been created, and it is gonna be crazy. From now on, after egghead, it's gonna be crazy. Even the Marines, you don't know what Marine is gonna be doing what, because SWORD, the Marines, the world government, the CP agents, plus the bounty hunters, plus the Cross Guild hunting Marines, crazy. So we are seeing this already, and I love it. So basically, we finish the episode. The fate of the world will be decided by whoever finds it, okay? And then 14, 15 page double spread to culminate epically the episode. It all depends who finds it, who finds the One Piece, okay? And then we see all these faces that are incredible, okay? So I'm gonna start adding a little bit of color in the meantime to kind of go through these guys. Right, 1 second, I lost a color. Okay, I need to modify this a little bit, the neck. more. Good. So Shanks is the first one that we see, is the first one in the page, the first one of the Yonkos, 4 Yonkos on top, the rest of the guys at the bottom. We have Shanks, Luffy, Kurohige, Blackbeard, and Boogie. Okay, Shanks is the first getting eliminated, 100%. There is no hard return. I explained it in the video about Shanks. Luffy obviously is he's the main character. We need to see the struggle of the One Piece finding through him. Then we have Blackbeard Kurohige. He has all the tickets to win. Okay, and then we have Boogie. He has all the luck to win. We have seen him from nothing, from a basic pirate in the East Blue to become one of the Yonkos. Is he gonna be holding the One Piece? Yes, probably. Yes. Is he gonna be named King of the World? Yes. I have another video about this. I'll put in the show more section because it's not relevant for this specific theory, but it's relevant for the Boogie story. Okay. Then we move into the bottom page. We have a lot of characters. We have Akainu. Is basically representing the destroy. It's the dragon fight, basically. Dragon, we have afterwards, is fighting Akainu for sure. We have Shanks' brother. Maybe Shanks, everyone is crazy talking about, every single YouTuber is saying that this silhouette is Shanks' brother. Can it be? I don't know. It seems it can be. It can be the twin brother thing went to Marijuana and told with the Gorusei about a certain pirate, and that certain pirate is Shanks. Can be. We don't know. We have Imu, that it's the bat, the Satan. We have Kobe. Kobe is the only good guy, as a good guy there. He is the Marine after the story. He's the good Marine after the story, one who reforms the good Marine, okay? I want to do another video. I have a lot of information about Kobe and who is going to be Kobe fighting and everything. I will explain it in another video because there's a lot of things. We have Aokiji there. Aokiji needs to be sacrificed for Robin. I explained that in my Aokiji video that I will put in the show more section as well. He has his own agenda, but he's endgame character. I don't think he's going to be standing on a ship looking for the One Piece, because this needs to happen before, and he needs to be killed by Blackbeard Kurohige or be heavily wounded, almost dead, protecting Robin. I think Robin needs to be taken by Kurohige Blackbeard for a little bit. All of this will happen before Elbaf, probably. I think there's going to be some sort of Davy back fight. I have a nice theory about Usopp and the Davy back fight with all these main players, almost all of them in this theory, that I'm going to be putting as well in the show more section. And I recommend you to watch it because it can explain a lot of things regarding Blackbeard and Shanks and Aokiji, the connection there, okay? We have Garling as there as well. He is cruel. He has been introduced as an executioner, okay? And then we have Sabo. Why Sabo is the last one? Because this is the battle for supremacy. It is written on top of him. Like Oda always finishes with a comment for the end of the episode. Battle of Supremacy. Written in this page. Written on top of Sabo. This is not left random. This is because, as I explained at the very beginning of the video, there is gonna be a big disagreement with Dragon. Okay? He needs to be the one facing Imu, and he needs to lose. I don't know if he will die, but he needs to lose completely. I think this was Ace's original role in the story, to defeat the bad guy, to fight Blackbeard. All of this is foreshadowing since the very beginning, but he loses, and the story needs to be repeated, okay? This will give Luffy extra motivation, and this will involve Bibi here and the crisis. So this, why did I pick this image here, okay? I picked this image because Cobra is in the floor, and this is the episode, this is the moment when Cobra is telling him, you can't die, you escape without me, you can't die, you need to find Luffy and Bibi, and tell them this and that, okay, the D thingy, and what you have seen here, etc, blah, 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 okay? Why is this important? This is important because He's the one who recognized, who is the one who saw the Gorosei first of all, and he's the one who saw Imu, he's the one who saw the truth of the world with Wapol. Wapol is connected to Bibi as well. Okay, and now, where do we meet Ace? In Bibi's saga, in Arabasta saga. And Sabo is the counterpart of Ace. He's the new Ace. Again, connecting him with Bibi, connecting him with Cobra. He wasn't connecting with Cobra before this, but Cobra says, hey, please escape and go and find Bibi and tell Bibi this and tell Luffy this. Because Oda is connecting him there. He's connecting him very, very nice. The crisis is getting there. And these images are not as much of a mirror, but as a parallel. If you take the last image and you put, forget about the Yonkos, you take these guys from the bottom and you put them on top of this, those are kind of rivalries there. Kobe the good marine, Akainu the bad marine. Dragon the revolutionary with a plan, old school plan, and Aogichi, a new revolutionary is making his own revolution. Okay? And then we have Garling there, and we have the silhouette. If it is the brother, why you're gonna put two of these characters from the same faction as well again? With Imu, that is the same faction, they're protecting Imu. Because they have different opinions, they have different views, and I think they represent different radical views, like maybe one is cruelty, and the other one is, I don't know, extreme violence, and Imu is Satan. And all of these characters, all these three characters, I'm 100% that they are not gonna share the same ideal. There are gonna be controversy between these two characters, Garling and Imu, for sure. But on top of that, if this happens to be another God's Knight, it happens to be a twin brother evil or whatever, that we will talk about this concept in another video, okay? But if that happens to be true, like everyone is talking online, Garling and him need to have a disagreement. And that can be very nice. That can be very nice and very interesting, okay? So if you think about it, no Law, no Kid, no other of these characters that we thought, oh my god, we love him so much. No, they have small roles to play. Law needs to survive the whole thing to know, because he needs to know from first hand what is this whole thing with the D. That's his goal. He will discover that through Robin, okay? But yeah, he is not endgame. He never been on endgame, and I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if someone online is saying that he's endgame, but someone thought he will be endgame, but there is no color regarding that. To be honest, they will have small roles to play, probably in Elbaf or a little bit in Elbaf or after Elbaf, but nothing big. Okay, the pipe. It's gray. We're almost there, okay? Don't despair. We are almost there. Okay. So, the top line, I haven't said anything about the top line yet. The top line, okay, that is the Yonko entanglement, basically. There's an entanglement there. And trying to find my black color, the Polychromo Faber-Castell. I want to use it for these lines and everything around here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, Kurohige. This is what I think is gonna happen. Kurohige kills Shanks, Boogie tells Luffy, and Boogie wants to fight Kurohige. Kurohige throws Boogie away. Boogie doesn't die, but ends up in the final end of the story as well. He needs to attack Kurohige because he is Shanks' brother, to be honest. And then Kurohige attacks, fights Luffy, and Luffy is defeated as well. Kurohige, Blackbeard, needs to steal Luffy's fruit. We need to see Luffy losing the powers, falling into the depths, the completely depths of despair, not having fruit. Okay, and he is defeated 3 times against Crocodile in Arabasta. Arabasta is a mini end of the story. He will be defeated several times as well by Blackbeard until he manages to defeat him. Okay, a couple of times at least, 2-3 times for sure. Kurohige needs to do something similar. He is, if you think about it, the replacement of Blackbeard. Kurohige Blackbeard is the replacement of Crocodile as Shichibukai. Okay, so those two characters are tightly connected as well. So it will be very interesting to see this multiple defeat of Luffy. Luffy is very, oh my god, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna defeat him, hold your horses, okay? This character has 2 fruits, this character is a trickster, this character is not gonna play nice, or play clean, or play like you, that you are always like Katakuri. It's not gonna be a Katakuri fight, like, oh, I got a scratch here, I'm gonna make a scratch for myself as well, and we're equal. No. Blackbeard, it's a pirate. He's the real definition of a pirate. Blackbeard and Boogie are Oda's favorite characters in One Piece, Oda's favorite pirates in One Piece, and they are endgame, and yeah, I can't wait to see that. Okay, I think I do think as well, okay, that this is the final fight, is Luffy versus Blackbeard several times. Boogie is there, everyone is there, all Crocodile is still there and everything, but I do think for real 100% that there is a moment where Luffy needs to ally with Blackbeard for a small period of time, probably to defeat Imu. With all the tricksters things, because Blackbeard is aiming for Imu. We see this set by Banauger and Katarina Devon, okay, in Egghead. So I think there is gonna be a moment that while everything is happening in Elbaf and we are gonna be falling on top of Marejua through the tree that I explained before, Blackbeard is gonna come to Marejua as well to attack directly, because they already have the force enough to attack there. And all of these things are happening. Probably there, Shanks is already dead by this point, I think, because the God Knights needs to come out of Marejua to fight the Revolutionary Army. These revolutionaries are the ones fighting the God's Knights, okay? These Garling and etc. And did I move this too much? Maybe I moved this too much. No, we're still ending. And yeah, I see that kind of collaboration, like teamwork a little bit, for probably to defeat Imu and to defeat the Gorosei. There are gonna be more Gorosei members, not only 5. I think Imu will create more of those demons, that could be very kind of Bleach final moments of all the Hollows coming to attack, and you know, Ichigo and Uryu fighting against all of them, only 2 people, something like that. It could be very nice. I see a moment where all these ships are standing around Lovetail as it emerges from the bottom of the sea, okay, like the Atlantis. This needs to represent the Atlantis. There is gonna be a Royal Rumble of the best pirates, and they are gonna be fighting probably on Lovetail, and this remind me as well, because the scene, you see that scene when the Marineford war is finishing, that you have all the supernovas floating. That's epic, and I see pirate ships, world government ships, marine ships, revolutionary army ships, individual people there, like, you know, even Aokiji and everyone there, Blackbeard, Aokiji, Luffy, Boogie, Crocodile, Kobe, all of these characters on ships, on some sort of vehicles, even flying vehicles, flying ships, floating around Lovetail while it emerges. And emerges because Robin was able to put together the 4 poneglyphs and bring it on. Okay, Luffy doesn't want Robin to find the One Piece for him. Luffy wants to find the One Piece himself. So probably that is the moment where we see of Robin having to discover this information for Blackbeard. But Nico Robin is working for Luffy the whole time. Okay, I'm doing this for Luffy, not for you, Blackbeard. And then comes kind of Luffy founds it through Robin, but Robin is being pushed through Blackbeard to find it. So this island comes. We see plenty of treasure. It needs to represent Atlantis, the kingdom of D. I think this is the kingdom of D. It needs to represent Atlantis. Okay. This, as I said before, these characters in the final panel, all of these characters are paired, as I explained before. Okay, I think the story with Cobra and Sabo, it is very paramount for Sabo to be the one, Sabo, the Flame Emperor, to be the one who tries to defeat darkness again, like in Banaro Island, okay? And he is the one who has seen the true form of Imu, the Satan form, the tail is pierced with the tail of Satan. There is the teeth, that you see the teeth of Imu as well and everything, like a demon. So basically, all of these characters, Dragon, Akainu, Aokiji, Sabo, Imu, the God Knights, what all of them have in common? Nico Robin. Sabo says nothing will stop him. He says nothing will stop him. Sabo says nothing will stop him for helping Luffy anytime. He says this a couple of times, even if he has to do bad things like Dadan. Okay, he says Dragon says as well. He says, I will never forgive him if he killed Cobra. Okay, and then they get the call. He didn't kill Cobra. Okay, this is a battle for supremacy, a battle for the One Piece, and there is gonna be disagreement between these characters. All of these ones at the very bottom are the endgame players. Okay, the endgame players there, and we see. Let's do this kind of handkerchief there as well. This conflict between Sabo and Dragon needs to happen. And I'm telling you, we are already finished here. I'm just gonna do some rail lines, do a couple of extra lines here. But we are finished now. In 1 minute we are finished. Sabo disagrees with the way of Dragon wanting to do things. Okay? And Sabo represents the new face of the Revolutionary Army. We all know this, okay? And Dragon struggles with this, probably. And there is a conflict, there is an argument there, there is a disagreement, maybe even some punches are thrown there. And then this story continues. Sabo needs to be the one fighting Imu and losing, as I said. And Dragon is gonna be focusing in Akainu. Dragon will want to focus in God Knights. That's his objective. Defeat the God Knights. But then we have the protector, the other protector of the Terribito, that is Akainu. Akainu has his beef with him, and that's why he calls Luffy how he calls him, not by his name, and all of these things. He knows about Robin being the daughter, as I explained in the previous theory in that video, and everything. And Dragon, I think, is equal in power, in physical power, in destructive power to Akainu, and there is going to be an epic fight there. Very interesting, very nice. Let's do this other lines that always does here. That can be very interesting, and I don't think Akainu will be the one who kills Dragon. I think Dragon, maybe Sabo needs to kill Dragon. Maybe Sabo needs to end up killing Dragon if he actually wants to do the revolution, and because Dragon may be a stepping stone for the revolution. Because Robin, I think they need to use Robin. They may need to use Robin at the very end, and maybe Dragon is like opposing to this, and Sabo is like, yeah, I know it's your daughter, and we need to do it. We need to use her for this or for that, or we need to make her do this, and I don't know, but it's gonna be an argument there, it's gonna be a conflict, and right now I need to put still my things together about Sabo and Dragon, but there is definitely gonna be a disagreement. I don't think it will reach the moment of death, that one needs to die. I don't think Dragon needs to die at the hands of Sabo because of this. But oh man, it will be so interesting to see that. So interesting, the new blood killing the old blood because it's needed for the revolution. We have seen Sabo being quite merciless and radical. To be honest, he has become, in my opinion, too radical. And Dragon may want to stop him a little bit. That's why he mentioned, if he killed Cobra, he went too far. He went too far. He said, I will kill him. So there is kind of foreshadowing there. Yeah? There is a moment of truth. They are saying we may see those two characters fighting each other, and that is my conclusion for today of why there is two revolutionary army people, the number 0 that is Dragon and the number 1 that is Sabo, why they are two in the final panel, because there is a disagreement. I'm not gonna be doing a recap today because this video is being super long, probably my longest video in the channel, but I enjoyed so much drawing Sabo and I enjoyed so much analyzing 1-1, 2-1, 11-21 because it's been packed of info and I couldn't not talk about it and compare all my other theories. This video may recap everything I'm talking about in my videos is here basically, and almost everything, and how through this video I link you to many other videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, this is, let's sign. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share to your nakamas, to your friends, and you know, let's open a conversation in the comment section, and let's talk about One Piece, okay? And I forgot this one here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much, bye!